ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Alhamdulillah, we are here in the Ajrumiyah or Ubaydu Rabbih, and we are talking about the chapter called Na'at. Say An-Na'at. An-Na'at is, now we're finished with the Mubtada wal Khabar and those things tied to Mubtada wal Khabar, and we're in a whole new section now. In this section, we're dealing with those, these are issues that come after understanding those other things. And the order is very important here. So An-Na'at, it deals with the description. An-Na'at is wasf, a description. Okay? But first, let me read the poem so everybody understands what we're talking about. It says, النعت قد قال ذو الألباب يتبع للمنؤوت في الإعراب كذاك في التعريف والتنكير كجاء زيد صاحب الأمير. Listen, I'm going to go through it piece by piece so you know what the words are in the poem, and then we're going to break it down a little bit further. An-Na'at. Everybody say, every word I say, you say. An-Na'at.
An-Na'at.
A little bit louder, girls. An-Na'at.
An-Na'at.
This is a wasf or a description. Okay? That's what An-Na'at is. It's a description of something. Here, it means it clarifies the ismun. It comes after an ismun. Okay? Ismun kalimatun dallat ala ma'na fi nafsiha wa lam taqtaran bizaman. Right? A word that has a meaning in and of its own self, and it's not tied to a time frame. Okay? So, this comes describing yubayyinun ala al-ism mutaqaddam. It clarifies the ism that preceded it. Okay? So that's what it's like. You would say in English it's the opposite way. In English you say a big man, okay? Or a big house, or a pretty girl, okay? In Arabic you would say the opposite way. A house big. So that word big would be the na'at, the description of that house. Okay? You guys understand? Or Baytun Kabir. Similar. That's exactly what it is. But I want other people to understand. So I'm going to wait and give them more examples later. Okay? So it says, An-Na'atu. Qad means already. Say already.
Already.
Right? So it's giving the idea that, okay, An-Na'atu, it's already something that's known. An-Na'atu qad qala. Qala is said. Who said? Dhawul al-Babi. Those who own. Dhawul is the plural of dhu. Say dhu. Okay, so Dhawul al-Babi is those people, those who possess.
What does possess mean?
Own. They have. So we would say have. Those that have al-Bab. Say al-Bab.
Al-Bab.
Al-Bab is the plural of lub. Say lub.
Lub.
And lub is the gist. It's the core that you have inside your bone. That's called marrow. That's inside your bone. You have, let's say this is a bone, right? Right, this is a bone, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, inside the bone, right here, this is called your marrow in English, right? In Arabic, we call it lub. Okay? It's called the core. That's your core. Okay? That's the core that makes up your whole body is filled with this for your bones. But what it means in Arabic means that you have core understanding, you have deep understanding of the root of everything that's going on. So it means you have knowledge. Okay? We say in Arabic, when we say Dhawul al-Babi, we say al-uqul. Those people have uqul. What is uqul?
Like brains.
They have brains, they have intellect. Okay? So that's what this means right here. Those who have intellect, those that know the core of the issue, have already said what not is. That's what this means. Those who know the core of the issue or the deeper issue, they've already stated what it is. And it is this, all the way over here. Okay? The rest of it. Let me get this so I can wipe it off for you. Right here? No, I don't need that right there, but I'm going to use this right here. Okay?
Sure.
So, the definition, what they've already said, is right here. That an-na'tu yatba'u lil-man'uti fi al-i'rab and at-tankir and at-ta'rif and at-tankir. Thank you very much. Okay? This is what a not does. It follows the man'ut. And the man'ut is, this is the maf'ul, the one that is being described. So it's that ismun that preceded. So if I said a big man, or if I say a man big, the not would be big, and the man would be the what? Man'ut. You guys understand that? Is that clear? Look here. We'll do it like this. So it says yatba'u. What does yatba'u means?
Follows.
He follows. Here it means it follows. Okay? A not follows what? The man'ut. So let's go right here. A man big. Okay, which one of those is the not?
A.
No, A doesn't exist in Arabic. So it says it would be a man big. Big would be the not. Okay? Because a not, it describes. I said it's a description, right? So this is describing, right? This is a not, it describes the ismun. And ismun is a kalimatun dalat ala ma'na fi nafsiha. So man is a word that points to meaning in and of itself. And it's not tied to a time frame. So not would be big. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And man would be man'ut. Say man'ut. Meaning described. Okay? Because this is the description, but this is the thing being described. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what's talked about when we say that an-na'tu yatba'u lil man'uti. It follows the thing that's being described. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You know, in what? Fi, in, i'rab, and kadhaka fi. And likewise, what does kadhaka mean?
Like to the. No.
Yeah, like, also, likewise, fi, in, ta'rif. Ta'rif would be, and tankir. Let me go ta'rif with tankir. Do you have room over here so you can see me?
Yes.
Okay, ta'rif, matter of fact, I'm going to go right here. Okay, here we can see it like this. We say ta'rif with tankir. Say ta'rif,
Ta'rif.
tankir,
Tankir.
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 Okay, look. So I'm going to go ta'rif. Everybody say ta'rif.
Ta'rif.
Okay, ta'rif would be al. Say al. Al means the. Okay? This is ta'rif. Ta'rif means it's something known. Okay?
Yes.
Something you already recognize and know. Now tankir, say tankir. Yarhamakallah. Tankir. This means it's something that's not known. So in English you would say a or an. Right? And that equals in Arabic tanween. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Like that. So we say a word. Let's say an ismun like rajul. Say rajul.
Rajul.
So if I say rajul and I say rajulun, that's tankir. If I say ar-rajalu, right? Ar-rajulu, that's what?
Ta'rif.
Ta'rif, because I have alif wal lam, the man. Here I have tanween, a man. Okay? So this is ta'rif with tankir. Ta'rif with tankir. So the not, it follows. Okay? It follows the man'ut, the things being described, when it has the same i'rab, when it has the same ta'rif, when it has the same tankir. For example, kaja'a zaydun, like ja'a zaydun sahibul amiri. Zayd came, right? And ka means like. That's the only reason that's there. Ka means like here. The rest of the word is ja'a. Like ja'a zaydun. For ka mean here means for example, exactly. It means for example. You know, that's what it would mean in English. Okay? So for example, ja'a zaydun. Zayd came. And who is Zayd? Zayd is being described. This is the not for Zayd. And it says Sahibul Amiri. Now, actually, this example is not really one that I like because most people who are learning this from the Westerners are not familiar with mudaf ilay at this, which is this construction we call a prepositional phrase at this stage because they haven't gotten to it yet in their lessons. You know, it's the next lesson. So they may not understand how this describes, I mean, they may understand how this describes Zayd. This is na'tun li Zayd. Hey, stop that. You know, li Zayd, which is the man'ut. However, they may not understand how it follows it in its ta'rif.
Zayd is a real person?
Zayd, no, here, where Zayd, Zayd, Bakr, and Amr, Bakr, Zayd, it means like every Tom, Dick, and Harry. In American English, they say Tom, Dick, Harry, okay? When they mean anybody, okay? Or they mean everybody. In Arabic, we say every Amr, Bakr, Zayd. So always we see examples from Amr, Bakr, and Zayd, okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's why we always use Zayd like that. But Zayd is not a real person in this context. One person, he said, I'm not going to learn i'rab and this Ajrumiyah and stuff. They said, why? Because you're lying. Who's Zayd? Did Zayd do that? And he said, I don't want to learn a lie. So it's a funny thing. And he didn't learn it.
That's not so funny.
That's not funny, but that's a funny thing why he didn't want to learn it, because he said this is a bunch of lies. Okay? So anyway, Sahibul Amiri. Everybody say that?
Sahib al-Amiri.
Okay, so Sahib here means what?
Owner.
Right, and the one who has something, right? He's Sahib al-Amir. But here it doesn't mean owner, it means the companion. Okay?
Yes, sir.
He's the companion of al-Amir. Who's the Amir?
He's the boss.
He's the boss, but in English, yeah, I guess that's what you... He's the prince. Literally, he's the prince, but he is the boss. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, he's the companion of the boss or the prince, meaning he's the friend of the prince, right?
Yes, sir.
If he's his companion. And since that's the case, right, you get it? So that tells you who Zayd is. He's the friend of the boss, companion of the boss. And since he's a friend of the boss and a companion of the boss, then that makes us know which Zayd we're talking about. Okay?
There's two Zayds?
There's many, many Zayds. You know, first I said he's not nobody, and then I say there's two of them, right? But we're just talking about anybody named Zayd. We could say Zayd. Which Zayd? There's a bunch of Zayds, right? Okay? But here we mean Zayd, the one that's the companion of the Amir. The Amir, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so turn that off. Just open up and turn it off, okay, please? Right, so now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to erase this since we did all this, and I'm going to give you some examples. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Hurry up.
No, give it here. Give it here. Give it. Yeah, I got it. You guys, you can help. I'm going to here, Roman.
Sir.
Now, we just went over that real brief. Here. Huh? What happened? Was she playing games? Okay, give it here. Give it here.
Sir.
Watch out for these children. It's okay. النعت قد قال ذو الألباب يتبع للمنعوت في الإعراب كذاك في التعريف والتنكير كجاء زيد صاحب نعم من tell him we can't talk right now, you know, alhamdulillah, and move away from the thing right there, you know. So here we go, we're going to give some examples and whatnot. Take it off the thing right there and tell her that you can't talk right now, you know, and just to hang up the phone. Here it goes right here. The first example of not following, turn it off, unclick it and turn it off. Open the phone up and turn it off. Listen, a not, I said it follows the man'ut, right? The not follows the thing being described in its i'rab, right? So, and it's ta'rif wa tankir. For example, we say right here, هذا, say هذا صراط مستقيم مستقيم. So here, it doesn't have any ta'rif. This is tankir because it doesn't have alif wal lam, right?
Yes, sir.
So alif wal lam means that it's ta'rif. But now it doesn't have alif wal lam. In fact, it has tanween. So we call this tankir. You see? So this is sirat. Say sirat. What does hadha mean?
Like sidewalk.
No, hadha. Huh?
Hadha means like here. No, yeah.
Here, this thing. We say this. So sirat is a sidewalk or a path, okay? A path, okay, or a way. Mustaqim, what does mustaqim mean?
Like straight.
Straight. So that is straight, okay? A straight path. But you see here that it has tanween, right? So that's why I say النعت قد قال ذو الألباب يتبع للمنعوت في الإعراب. So the إعراب is the end of it. إعراب تغيير أواخر الكلم. The end of the words, okay? It's just what إعراب is. And it's تعريف وتنكير. Here is تنكير. So it doesn't have alif wal lam. You understand what I'm saying? Likewise, if we say this word right here, ihdina, say ihdina.
اهدنا
الصراط
الصراط
المستقيم. نعم.
المستقيم
المستقيمة. You see that? So here we follow that the i'rab is this. The i'rab is the ends, right? They both have fatha now. Here it had dammatan, right? Now it has fathatan. And guess what? It has ta'rif, right? So now it has alif wal lam, alif wal lam. So this is the man'ut, the thing being described, right? And this is the not, this describing thing, okay? Because it describes the path. Now we're talking about guide us to the straight path, okay? Now if we want to, right.
What would hadha be called?
Ha is ismu ish, this is tanbih. This is to draw your attention. Ha antum, or ya ayyuha, you know. So ha is to draw your attention. That is what we call an ismu ishara. Okay? A word that points to something that is close or already mentioned. Okay? Something that you can that. Okay, so you're pointing to that. That. And the word that, in my estimation, comes from the word that. In English, that comes from that. Because it means the exact same thing. If you say that, and you want to know what that means, it's the same thing. That. You understand? Because that is an ismul ishara also, a word that points to something.
So it's an ismul ishara, and if it was a clear name, it would be just an ismul.
Right. Yeah, if it was connected to something else. All right. So, ihdina siratal mustaqim. But we can also say ila siratin
إلى صراط
mustaqimin.
مستقيم.
Here we see that it says ila, to, siratin, a path. See here is the not and the man'ut again. The thing being described is path. But see, this time it has kasratan, right?
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't have tanween, right?
No, sir.
Right, it doesn't have tanween. And this one is the not is describing, because this also means straight, path. It follows it. So, when we say that an-na'tu yatba'u lil-man'uti fi i'rabi wa ta'rifi wa tankiri. Here we got examples of all three. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So it says an-na'tu qad qala dhawul albabi yatba'u lil-man'uti. So, this is the man'ut. The man'ut is the thing being described. Okay? Yatba'uhu, meaning what follows it. The follows it is the na'tun, the describing thing. So mustaqim describes sirat, and it follows it what? Fil i'rab. And i'rab is the changes that happen at the ends of the words. Okay? The ends of the words. Here goes one change, here goes a second change, here goes a third change at the end, and each time the na'at, it follows the man'ut in its placement, but not necessarily always in its placement. But it follows it also in its i'rab, right? Then it says in its ta'rif. What is ta'rif? Ta'rif is alif wal lam right now for you all. That's all you know about ta'rif is alif wal lam, the. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then it says, and it's tankir. That's the absence of alif wal lam and the presence of tanween. This is a very easy lesson. I think that should be enough to cover the subject. You know?
Cover what subject?
The subject of not. Okay? أقول قولي هذا واستغفر لي ولكم والسلام عليكم.